Hey, what's up, guys? So, I just had a really good coaching session on Flow Tribe, and the subject that we talked about today was how to be able to surrender, how to be able to set an intention for what we want to create, our goals, and how to surrender. And I want to share with you a very short version of it because we had about an hour and a half coaching session on it. So the key thing to this is being able to surrender is the ability to be present. Because when we are surrendering, a lot of times people may think that surrendering means we don't do anything. And a lot of the law of attraction community like to think of it as, I'm going to put my intention, I'm going to create this thing, and now I'm just going to kick back and just kind of wait for it to happen. And we aren't doing that. We can't kick back and wait for anything to happen. What we're actually doing is when we're surrendering, we are allowing this is our mind and this is our higher self, aka soul. This is our soul, this is our mind. So when we surrender, what we are doing is we are surrendering our analytical mind. We are surrendering our mind, and by default, we are opening up our ability to listen to our higher self, connect to our soul, hear our intuition, get into that knowingness. If you're religious, you would say, listen to God. If you follow Jesus, you say, Jesus spoke to me. It doesn't matter, okay? All of those titles doesn't matter. All that matters is that the moment that we go ahead and surrender and we silence our mind, that this voice comes on. And so what we do is when we go and set an intention of something that we want to create, we surrender to how it's going to happen. And when we surrender to how it's going to happen, we are ready to take action. But we're not going to go ahead and grind it out and constantly go and think about it day and night and get into that feeling of desperation, that feeling of grasping, the feeling of fear that, oh man, this is not going to happen, so I'm going to really, really work hard and I'm going to force and break through walls and manipulate everything and control everything to make this thing happen. We're not going to do any of those things. Instead, we're going to set the intention and we're going to surrender and knowing that I'm going to get the directions. I'm going to get the directions on what to do. And that direction can come instantly. The moment that I set the intention, it can come in. It may not take any time. If I go, my intention is I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to accomplish this goal. And then the moment I'm done, instantly there's a direction of do this. Then I follow it and I do that. I follow it and I go ahead and make that call. I follow it, I jump on and I go watch this video. I go give this person a message. Whatever it is, we follow and we do it. And the key here is to, number one, be present so we can hear that information come through. We don't let our mind start to think. We surrender so this way our mind shuts off and then our higher self turns on. And then we listen to the direction and then we take immediate action. We don't hesitate. We don't go in self-doubt. Once we hear, let's say we need to go ahead and make this phone call. We don't sit there and go, how's this phone call going to go ahead and create what I want? How can I connect the dots? I don't know. Let me think. Well, maybe this scenario, maybe this, and we start to analyze. And then once that happens, what happens is suddenly this starts to shut down, and our mind starts to think and analyze, and now we don't have the ability to connect to our higher self anymore. And now we are doing it the hard way. We're doing it forceful. Can we accomplish things by forcing? Absolutely. Absolutely, we can. Okay? Most people in the world are accomplishing things by force. And so what do they teach? They teach how to do it by force because they don't know how to do it any better. Because to not do it by force is to go ahead and surrender. And what surrender means is, number one, you got to be able to be present. You got to be able to trust. How do you trust? That means you can't be afraid. Well, how many people are afraid? How many people can't trust? They rather go ahead and do it the hard way and have full control and to know every single step and all the what-if scenarios and I'll have plan Bs and backup plans and all this, then to go ahead and do it the easier way, the more effortless way. But they can't because there's too much fear. So what we need to do is, in order to accomplish this, we need to let go of fear. We need to learn how to connect to peace inside. Not only that we can accomplish all of our goals that we set our intention to, but we can do it in an effortless way. Not that we don't take action. How often have we taken action, but it felt effortless? There were times in your life that this has happened, to where you do something and then suddenly you do something else and then you do something else. You just kind of keep doing these things, but it felt really effortless. You just knew exactly what to do every step of the way. Every time you do something, it led you to the next step. And just had this natural flow. And how many times when we think of an opposite scenario, to where you do something and then after that, you don't know what to do, you analyze, you think, and you have to force another solution out, you have to force another step out. And you spent the same 10 hours, but in one 10-hour scenario, you did a lot of things and it felt effortless. And then in another 10-hour, you busted your butt. You worked so hard and you are totally drained. And you got a lot done, but you're just done. It was so hard. You don't want to experience another one of those days. Both days you got a lot done. One felt effortless. One felt easy. The other one was totally forced. Both accomplishes the goal. But when you accomplish your goal, if you surrendered, you can actually enjoy the goal. You can actually feel fulfilled. If you were to force your way through, once you accomplish that goal, you can't enjoy this goal. Okay? Everybody out there that's accomplishing things, the reason why they can't enjoy. Oh, sorry. Just dropped. Let's see. Okay, back. Everybody that's out there that's accomplishing goals, they can't enjoy it if they have it in their mind, I want more, I want more, I want more. The reason why they're in that mindset of constantly wanting more is because the way they accomplish a goal is they use all mind. All analytical, judging, controlling, constant analyzation, constant mind activity. So even when they accomplish the goal and they want to just chill out and enjoy this and take a step back and relax, they achieve something great, but they can't because in their mind, it's constantly telling them more. Now you need to do this, now you do this, and you do this. So then they can't sit and actually enjoy. They can't feel any gratitude. All they can hear is what their mind is constantly telling them to do next. So what happens is they're in this constant, relentless chase of everything. Doesn't matter what they obtain. You can obtain such really great accomplishments that the whole world is applauding you on, but you yourself inside is feeling like you need to do more. You don't have time for a break. All right, let me take 1 week break and then I'm going to grind it out for the next 6 months and work my ass off for this next goal because of some XYZ reason that I can make up in my mind. This is what happens when we force our way to a goal. We will constantly be forcing ourselves through life. We don't have a chance to go and appreciate things. And we're going to be feeling like we have worked so hard in our life. But we can take a lot of action and have the action feel effortless. This is what we call doing by not trying. Doing by not trying doesn't mean that we are not taking action, but not trying. Not trying means we are not feeling desperate. The effort is easy. There's a sense of flow. It has nothing to do with not working hard. We can work hard, but how often have we worked hard and we actually feel good? Versus how often have we experienced working hard and we are totally drained? There's a difference between the two. The similarity is both people or both scenarios are working hard. But one scenario, you're energized by working hard. You feel so satisfied. And the other one, you're so drained and you don't want to experience that again.